Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. The bear's well. Anyway, he's got his hat on. Happy days for him. Morning to you all. Hope you're all well. I ain't even brushed my hair. Look, what can I do? I'm not an airbrusher. Just keep it short. But there you go. It's a right old mess this morning. Hope everyone's well. Another day in the, can you call it the dynasty of Tottenham Hotspur? Who remembers dynasty back in the day? Oh, my word. That was a long time ago. It's making me feel old. Anyway, where are we going from where we are? What can we do? We're in a right old mess, aren't we? In a right old mess. But I do have some interesting news from Queen Ellie, Hoiberg, Benton Core this morning. I'll click on this one first. Look, just for Joey, that one. There you go. Good morning to you, Cookie. Big up. Harry says he'll love to come back this morning on TalkSport. There's a little pick-me-up, bit of positive this morning. There you go. Big up to Harry. Hope he's well anyway. Let's see. Let's get into the old chat, see how you are this morning, see if you've got anything you want us to talk about. Let's see, because we're sort of in between. We're after Atletico and the shit show that it was, and then Liverpool to come on Sunday. So are we dreading it? Are the old fingers going in the old mouth for Sunday, Liverpool? Or is it just another game? We get on with it. Whatever it is, it is. And then we move on from there. I think the uncertainty over the manager business has got to be sorted out. I can't understand how Tudor's still here. And the only reason I can think of is because they ain't got no one else to come in. So they're just sticking with him for the time being so that they can make the right appointment. So there you go. So big up to Scott. He's the first one in this morning. Big up to you, Scott. Hope you're well. As always, Rodney. Rodney's in. Big up to you, Rodney. Yeah. Big up to all coys. Lange out. Enoch out. Everybody out. Protest. Is it Thursday today? Yeah, it is Thursday today, isn't it? Is it Wednesday? I'm lost here. See, this is what happens when you're retired. You don't even know what day it is. It's mad, isn't it? Hang on a minute. I'm not happy here. Thursday. It is Thursday. I knew it was really. Yep, it is Thursday. So what we got today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday for the Liverpool game. So we've got 2 days of training maybe and a bit of something on Saturday morning maybe. Igor's apparently giving a press conference. So listen, we'll see what happens. I think it's just all a bloody mess, to be honest with you, and something's got to be sorted out in the next few days to give someone a chance for the last, I don't know, is it 7 games? F-Sank's in. Morning to you, mate. Morning to you. Hope you're well. Kate's in. Big up to Kate. Morning to you. Jimmy's in. Big up to Jim. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Cookie, he says in the chat from a cloudy northwest. Well, interesting weather forecast this morning. I have to go up the allotment this morning because we've put the old gutter up on the back of the shed and we've put the water butt in. So, but it's not leaning up against anything. So we might have to find somewhere different for that to go because the old wind's blowing this morning. And I can imagine getting up there this morning, it's ripped all the guttering down. But there you go. It's blowing. It's blowing a good one out there this morning. Overcast, cloudy, gusty, windy. It don't look the best out there, to be honest with you. It don't look the best, but it is what it is, isn't it? Bit like Spurs, turbulent out there this morning. What can you do? Corey says he's having a week from hell with Amazon. There you go, Corey. What can you do? That's Amazon for you. They say they come in, then they don't turn up, and then it comes the next day, and then you're expecting something tomorrow, and it comes today. It's madness, mate. But there you go. So many Amazon drivers out there, so many parcels. What can you do? I know what you can do, Corey. Go DHL, mate. You'll get it when they say. Maybe, anyway. Maybe. Dominic's in. Morning to Dom. Good morning, Mark, and everyone in the chat. Enoch. Out. Absolutely. And don't forget, protest at the Forest game. Let's make sure everyone gets there who can get there to get these saboteurs out. Right, and even if we can't get them out, let's let them know. Let's let them know, especially by the end of the season at the Everton game. Yeah, I don't know if anything's planned for that, but I'm sure it will be. Yeah, and listen, this is our last chance. I know I keep saying it. Otherwise, you're going to get lumbered with these for God knows how long. God knows how long. And it's up to us to let them know. We've got to let them know that we're not happy. And if we don't, then we've got what we deserve at the end of the day. We've got to get out there. And if we don't get out there, we're turned over. And they'll keep turning us over like they've been turning us over and tucking us up for years. So it's up to us to make a stand about, because no one else is going to at the end of the day. No one else is going to. Morning to Leslie from a wet and windy Belfast. I think we might have a bit of yours over here up in Oldham, Leslie. Unless maybe it's coming across, I don't know. But it's definitely not pleasant out there this morning. Marianne's in, YouTube member. Good morning to Marianne. Hope you're well. Hope everything's well. As is Wembers. Wembers is in this morning. Big up to you. YouTube member also. Morning cooking, all in the chat. It comes to something when we well, at least I, are almost praying for someone like Sean Dyche to come in and save us from more Tudor-led disaster and ridicule. I think it's a matter of opinion who people want Wembers at the end of the day. You know, have Spurs got that dressing room that responds to a Sean Dyche? I don't know. Would he have enough time? Would he have enough time? Is he the bloke to get you the new manager bounce? Just to get us out of trouble? I don't know. I don't know, mate. I've at the end of the day, what we want and what ENIC do are two different scenarios, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All we can do is wait and see. That they're the people that are meant to be in charge, even though they've got no football people on the board and two people that are there to make decisions but don't. Yeah, as in the DOF and the CEO. Then what does anyone expect from them at the end of the day? Don't expect anything from them because they're just a waste of time. Big up to you, Ellie. Morning to you. Yeah, Harry's been on this morning. Kate's in with the weather forecast from Sheffield. Morning to you, Kate. She says it's 8 degrees, wet and very windy. Probably very similar to here, Kate. You're only down the road from me. You're not far. There you go. Ghosted's in. Big up to you, Ghosted. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. Anthony's in. Big up to you, Anthony. Yeah, doing all right, mate. Had a good kit last night, to be honest with you. I'm normally sort of awake 2 or 3 times in the night, but I think I went to bed about 1:45, something like that. You know what it's like. You finish your show, you got chill with the missus, bit of telly, and then I'm back on the phone again and I see what's happening. So, yeah, about 1:45 this morning, I toodled off to bed and I slept decent and I was up at, what time was I up? 8:10. It was 8:10. I was up just before the alarm went off. Not that I need an alarm, but it's always best, you know. Mario's in. Morning to you, Mario. Hope you're well. Dominic says, Bedford's cloudy but dry. Dyche, baby, as Sean Butler says on his channel. That gave me a chuckle. Yeah, isn't it? Dyche, baby. Dun, 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 dun. See? What we're saying about Dyche. Is Sean Dyche the man for you? Is he the man for you? Is he the man that gets Tottenham out of trouble? For me, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know who these players respond to anymore, because they've had 3, 4 managers, some of them, and they're on the floor, aren't they? They're absolutely on the floor. And I don't know what we do about it. We just got to keep going and hopefully that someone responds, because if they don't, we're going down. End of Championship football next year. All your players will be gone. All your big players, anyone that's worth anything, will be gone. Apart from the odd one, I would imagine. Got a massive wage bill to cut down if they go down. It's just a disaster for me if we go down for me. But again, everyone has got their own opinion at the end of the day. Nigel's in. Morning to you, Nigel. Hope you're well. Says, much love all. The more I read about Tudor and his relationship with the players, the more concerned I am. I think they've... listen, I've read something this morning that the players are totally disconnected from Igor Tudor. Just a little text that I read this, not a text, but a comment from a newspaper or whatever it was from a commentator, and it just said basically that the players are not interested in Igor, not in his tactics, not anything he's got to say. So I think that says it all. And then, so if that's true, I can't understand why he's still there. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But it's Tottenham, isn't it? Morning to Drula. Hope you're well, Drula. And the Chaz, yeah, absolutely. Why is Eagle still here? Them two are incompetent. Fill in the blank. Need to get their fingers out their backside and issue him his P45. Couldn't agree more. I've got to ask as well, we've had we sort of, at the beginning of the season, had this board changeover thing. You had lots of the old board going, Levy went, Donna Cullen went, so on. And then we've had the change of board. To me, it obviously looks like, whether we stay up, whether we go down, that we need people in the club that are football oriented. Does anyone see Enoch doing anything like that to get football people involved with the football? Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're going to do, because if we go down, 3 months is not long to be trying to sort out what you need to sort out. Players being sold, maybe some players coming in, championship level players that help you get out of the championship. We've got loads of loans to come back. A lot of them are youngsters. I just wonder where you all thought it left us, because I just think we're in this sort of massive hole at the moment, and it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's just no sign of the floor. Do you know what I mean? It's the best way I can put it. I'm not the best with words. I try and, but I know what I want to say sometimes, just can't spit the words out. But you know what I mean. It just seems like it's never ending. And there's always something to make a Tottenham fan's day worse. Do you know what I mean? There's always something that comes out and you think, oh my God. But I think we're bollocks. I've got to tell you, I think we're down. I really do think we're down. I think the players are finished at this club. I've been so disappointed, I've got to say, with what's gone on over the last few months and years, to be honest with you. And honestly, I know it's not the end of the world, but it'll be a very sad day in my lifetime. Tottenham go down again. I will be very upset. But it is what it is at the end of the day. I'll be pissed off, and I don't know what other word to use. Without flipping out on one. Morning, Lee. I hope you're well, mate. May the force be with you too, sir, as always. Yeah, Anthony says he'd rather Dash Baby over Tudor. I think anyone over Tudor at the moment. But again, we just don't need anyone, do we? Who the right person is, I don't know. If there is one. I just don't. I don't know what we're going to do. Sully's in. Morning, Sully. I'll see you on Sunday week, no doubt. Looking forward to it. As hopefully a lot of you people in the chat will be there for the Forest game, and if not for the game, for the protest. So important. It's so important. And we'll have to build on it as the rest of the season goes on. A lot of people say, look, you can't protest. You can't protest when they're in the position that they're in. You can do both. You can protest against the owners, and then if you feel that way, as I will be, for the second time in 25 years, I will be going in there, number one, to support my football club, but number two, to give Enoch one up the backside. Like I said, every opportunity I'll get, I'll be giving it the big and Enoch out when it goes quiet in that stadium. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of others that will be joining in as well. And let's see let me see her one of the what do you call them? Not security, you know what I mean. Don't come out to me trying to out me because I'm shouting Enoch out. And no, I'm sorry. I can say what I want in there, and I will do as well. If they think they can get away with doing what they've done to us, and we can't shout a few blasphemous words in the ground towards them, then tough, isn't it, really? Bodo Glynn won 3-0, Marianne. Yeah, played very well. Lee says cheese and Marmite this morning for break time. Love a bit of cheese and Marmite, as long as the Marmite's not too heavy on the cheese. Very nice. Very nice, Lee. Tottenham till I die. Big up to you, mate. I thought Romero was our new manager with all the decisions he tells the actual manager to do. And this is another thing in it. I know he's the captain, and he's come over. Perhaps he's just give his advice, or perhaps he's come over and Tudor's told him he's having him off. I don't know. We're not there. We can't guess what they're saying to each other, But as a captain, I suppose he has got a bit of a say in what goes on with Tudor. Tudor will talk to him or whatever. Perhaps he's the only one he talks to. Who knows? Who knows? You're all right, Drula. Don't worry. Don't worry. Morning, Sporting. Hope you are well, sir. Hope you are well. Yeah, it is a late one on R4, isn't it? On Sunday. So I think most other teams will have played. We'll know what's gone on with West Ham and Forest. And then we've just got to get on and do our own thing at Liverpool, haven't we? And I struggle to see us getting anything there, to be honest. It's not going to happen, is it? But at the same time, I don't want us to get battered again. We've got no centre halves, both out. I don't know if anyone else is out. I haven't got that far along in the week yet. They're saying about 3 weeks-ish, end of March, beginning of April for Kudos. Let me get this right. Kudos, Bergvall, and Udogie. Excuse me. They're going to be the next 3 back. Sporting says, good morning to the chat, absolutely. 101 Wires in, how you doing, mate? Morning to you. He says, I have a very strong idea that Ange will be in the dugout for a flatty. The players need a coach who knows them well. It's not for me, mate, to be honest with you. But listen, like I said, stranger things have happened at Tottenham. Stranger things have happened. Anthony says he's read on X that the players want to fight for the club and the fans, but not for Tudor. I don't know if that's true, but I haven't seen any fight from them yet. Well, the only thing I would say, Anthony, is that so they want to fight for the club, they want to fight for the fans. When Thomas Frank was here, were they fighting for the club? Were they fighting for the fans? Because I don't think they were, particularly. Maybe at the start of his reign, they'd put a bit more in. But as time went on and people wanted Frank out and wanted a change of direction, you saw again it fell off. I was at the West Ham game. I was there, and what I saw was shocking. Just shocking in general on the pitch that day. Absolutely shocking. Players hiding, players wandering about aimlessly as if they weren't even, on the pitch, having a stroll down the shops on a Sunday afternoon. So, at the end of the day, what I would say to that is, Anthony, a manager's there for a reason. Whether you like him, whether you don't, he's in charge. And as I will say again, these players need to learn that they are not in charge. I'm getting really pissed off with it, to be honest with you. The manager is there for a reason, whether you like him, whether you don't. We've all had bosses in our time. I'm sure that we've worked for companies and you've got a supervisor over you or a manager or whatever. Yeah. You just have to get on with it, don't you? You just have to get on with it. And, they should be fighting just because they've got the shirt on, mate, regardless of who the manager is. Get paid fortunes and fortunes. But Kate says there's a difference from our dressing room at West Ham to ours. These players are not playing for him. Tudor needs his P45 now. Need all the help we can get. Harry, but the board are on deaf ears. Well, as Ellie said, he's been on TalkSport this morning and told them he's there. He's ready to go. Let's see what happens. Cookies Weather, you remind me of a young Michael Fish. That's going back, isn't it? I'll tell you what, Michael Fish, do you remember that back in the day, Sully, when he made that horrendous error? And was it not a tornado, just a massive bad weather thing happened? I can't even remember what it was now. But I remember him being on the telly one day and he's saying, yeah, for the weather. Yeah, it'll be okay. And the next thing, it was like something bad had happened. I don't know if it was like a mini hurricane that had come through or something. But yeah, it didn't do his reputation much good. Big up, Ghosted. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. The boat sunk, mate. Sunk weeks ago. He's only been here 3 weeks. I think it sunk after Arsenal. Jeez. I think the players have gone down with it as well, mate, unfortunately. Big up, Gorev. Hope you're well. Absolutely, Drewler. You tell them. You tell them, Drew. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. As you know, we've passed 1,000 now. We're on the way, onwards and upwards. Yeah, hit the like. Listen, you not know the rules. 50 likes. And I can leave it alone. I've got to get to 50. Big up, Drewler. Dominic's talking to Dr. Tottenham. Absolutely. I will let you get on with that. Big up to you, mate. Absolutely, Gorev. John Thomas is in. I ain't got a Scooby, John. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. Harry's still in a job. I do not know. I do not know, mate. I don't know. Again, usual story. I ain't got a clue what they're doing. I don't know why it takes so long when you've got to the end of it. And this is our just crap. Sorry, it's the wrong word, but crap they are at doing their job. You know, we're now 6-7 games to the end of the season. It's urgent. Yeah. And 4 weeks in, Tudor is still in a job. 15 goals conceded in 4 games. Are they on a death wish, a death spiral, just to disappear into the Championship? Absolutely, Sporting. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I haven't heard it, Danny, but Ellie's informed me. I'll have a listen. But yeah, I've heard that he wants to come in and he's made it clear now. So it's in the board's hands, isn't it? At the end of the day, we've just got to whatever we think the right person is, Dan, whether it makes any difference or not. You know, the chances are that it ain't going to make no difference whoever comes in, as you well know. We'll see, mate. They're just so slow. And the problem is they've got no football people there, so they just don't know what they're doing. They haven't got a clue. Agree with this as well. Protest inside the stadium with 60,000 fans instead of outside with only a handful. Stop buying merchandise and stop doing all of that. Don't buy anything from them. Don't buy beer in there. Don't buy nothing in there. But for me, TTD, I'd say everyone who can get outside, do that first, because you never know how many will turn up. And it is going to be one of those it's Forest, it's Brighton. You know, it could go on to some of the other home games, the Leeds, the Everton last game of the season. I don't think it's just going to be a one-match protest, if that makes sense. Like I said, Enoch have got nowhere to go. The fans can put the pressure on now, but only the fans can do that. It's only the fans that can make any difference. And you've got to turn out in numbers. You don't turn out in numbers at the end of the day. The fans don't want change that badly, do they? Because if you're going in the stadium, you've only got to be there half hour before, an hour before for the protest outside. But I agree with you as well. Do it inside. I'll be there for the Forest game, giving it the big one, mate. Enoch out. It's the only message to send. Enoch out. It's as simple as that. Danny says, no Sean Dyche. He's even worse. Fair play, Dan. Mark saying, good morning, Mark, in the chat. Sorry, been busy at work, mate. It is what it is. We all have them weeks. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Corey says, this club to me died on its arse years ago. The ownership should be sued for poor product, should be sued for sabotage, should be sued for negligence, should be sued for just being downright shit owners. End of. It's pretty easy for them at the end of the day, isn't it? Get the right people involved. It's going to be too late this season now, probably. But then they've got to have a plan and get it sorted out for next season. Because if you go into the Championship with no plan again, guess what's going to happen? Joey's in. Morning to you, Joe. Well done last night on your debut, by the way. Absolutely superb. To anyone who didn't see, Joey popped on last night for an hour or so, and he came on the stream. Well, it was a couple of hours, I think, to be fair. And very good, Joe. Very good. Very nice fella. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Dominic says no to Dyche. Logan's in. Morning to you, mate. He says morning, Cookie, mate. And chat, big up everyone. Very windy down here in Lincoln today. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's blowing a hoolie, but it's definitely a bit gusty out there. Lee says it's a bit more than Mindy in Windsor. Yeah, absolutely, Lee. I think most of us are going to get a bit of the old wind today. Again, for me, Drew, it's not for me. No, that wouldn't be the right thing for me. We've been there, done that. He's not the fella to get us out of trouble, I'm afraid, for me. Oh, excuse me. Leslie said, what makes anyone think these players who haven't apparently shown the respect to Frank and Igor will all of a sudden listen to Dyche and Redknapp? Leslie, I don't know, mate. But at the end of the day, like I said before, for me, Redknapp, 7 games. See if he can get anything out of them. You know, if he can't get nothing out of them, if you don't see nothing different between now and the end of the season, they're all washed up, mate. They're all washed up. The agents, sorry to use that word, but the agent at Tottenham, they are. The agents are doing what they're doing. I've no doubt sorting their players out moves for if Tottenham go down or to try and get out of the club because it's been a disaster for 2 years. You know, if we go down, you ain't going to have to try that hard to get your move. Let's be honest. Marcus says we're 100% shite. End of. EPEC, morning to you. I've no idea, mate. I've absolutely no idea. I don't know. I really don't know, mate. Morning to Everman's in. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. 5 more likes to 50 people. Hit that like button up and just like, I know we're there then. Very important for us, the 50 like thing. Morning to you, Everman. As I said, we are Spurs TV. I believe the argument players play better at home is just placebo. Fans cheering doesn't magically make players into better ones. What's your opinion? I agree. Listen, I agree on that to a point. A player is a player. But what I do feel like is that if you can get that confidence up a bit, if you can get that 25 yarder that just happens to go top bins, you know what it's like, a lift, try and get a lift into the team. I agree, it doesn't make them better ones. A player's a player at the end of the day, and that player should be doing what, you know, he's instructed to do or what he's good at on the pitch at the end of the day. But we've still got to get behind them. You know, we've still got to get behind them. They're our club at the end of the day. Whatever you think of the player, the manager, the wasters that are in charge, they're our team, aren't they? That's where I am with it, mate. That's where I am with it. It doesn't make them better by any stretch. But confidence lift is huge in football. And I think we are so far on the floor, so beaten, as in with a stick, we're just crap. And it don't matter what anyone's doing. A lot of the players have give up. We are Spurs for me. When I watch them, a lot of the players ain't interested. And but as a older Spurs fan, and like I said, seeing Spurs go down when I was younger, looking into it afterwards, what it did to the club, and obviously it's not on the scale of the sort of money that's involved now. But it don't do us no good being relegated for me. You know, there's those out there that say, well, it might give us a reset if we go down. Maybe it is the case. If I thought we were going down and coming back again straight away because they had a strategic plan to do that, then maybe I still wouldn't want to go down. I don't want to go down anytime. But then you've got the argument, if we go down, Enoch are not going to sell because they're not going to get the price they want for it. If we stay up, are they going to sell? Probably not. And it's why that we have to put the pressure on as fans to let them know that we're not happy. And it's difficult. It's a difficult one because when you look at it, we are Spurs, right? What other options do fans have if they want change? What else can we do as fans? All you can do is voice your displeasure at the end of the day. And I think that's what we've got to do, mate. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Burke's born and bred's in. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. I thought that Tudor would have been sacked by now, and then I remembered Enoch are running things. Yep, say no more. CEM's in. Morning to you, CEM. Hope you're well. Corey's read online that Xavi Simons would leave Spurs if we go down. Good. He's not done anything, I think that's meant to say. Listen, they're going to go anyway, Corey, if we go down. You know, anyone you might get a Solanke stay. You might do. Unless an offer of close to what they paid for him comes in. Because, again, and I've been a Solanke picker, if you like. Do you know what I mean? I weren't too happy that Dom Solanke was our centre forward going into the season. But, listen, he's put a few in about it and that. He ain't been brilliant. He's been injured. But I think if you get him in the Championship, he'll get you 25, 30 goals. But you've got to have the players around him to do that. And in the Championship, are we going to do that? Probably not. You're going to have all your loans come back, your Mikey Moores, your Ashley Phillips, just two to mention. Whether Vuskovic would come and play in the Championship, I've got no idea. But it seems to me the more and more that it goes on, he's just a cash lump sum for Spurs. They've got him cheap. He's doing his bits and pieces. And, you know, there's already talk out there of 35, 40 million and more. So do they take the money? I don't know. Probably. If it were them, you know, knowing what they're like. If cheering helps, I should have had people cheering for me when studying in school, and I'd be a surgeon. Happy days. Happy days. We are Spurs. It's just, at the end of the day, we're Spurs fans, aren't we? We're Spurs fans. So, you know, if you're going to go to the game, if you watch it on the telly, I can't believe, as bad as we are, that even the most downtrodden fan is just sitting there with his arms folded and dunk. I know everyone's shouting at the telly, even if it's for good or bad. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Everyone has different opinions. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in, you know, however crap they are, you got to get behind them, because we didn't assemble them at the end of the day. We didn't go out and get them to sign on the dotted line. The club have bought them. And this is what I'm saying. All roads lead back to Enoch. We're just fans. We support our football club through thick and thin, as they say. And then what we have to do is, as fans, is let Enoch know. And I know, again, we've gone over the last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever it is. You've had the lads out there, people laughing at them. Listen, I was at the protest when there was 2,500 people there. Right? There were people coming up in my face, taking pictures, recording us. Rather than standing there recording you, just walk 5 yards, go in a circle and stand behind me. Or stand in front of me. And chant with the rest of us. Because you people that are out there videoing us, slandering people, nah, you standing there won't make the slight bit of difference. It will if there's thousands there. The last thing Enoch want, 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever 1,000 fans giving it a big one to them at the moment. And this is why I say, again, I'll keep repeating it. It's so important. I truly believe this. It's so important between now and the end of the season. We have to let these idiots know that we're not happy. Because if we don't let them know we're not happy, they'll just keep on bobbing along, singing a song, filling the old pockets. We're getting to the stage now where no decent player is going to want to come to Spurs. And when I say decent, I'm not talking top level. I'm talking, you know, a bit better than what we've got. It's not happening, is it? Morning, Colin. Hope you're well, fella. Hope you're well. I also think the players just spoiled brats that don't like being shouted at, like the kids in school these days, knows respect. Yeah, just life's changed, mate, at the end of the day. Life's changed, mate. It's what I said to you, not to you, Colin, it's what I said the other day. Could you imagine, you know, different era, and I get that. But old Bill Nick turning in his grave. Can you imagine Bill Nick in that changing room? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine having some of the old school boys back in the day, a Dave Mackay in there? They wouldn't be letting this happen now. They had pride for their football club. They had passion. You know, the most passion I'm seeing out of anyone is from a loan player that we don't even own and that we're probably not even going to buy. He's not even our player. Big up, Colin. Jimmy says he's not sure about Dyche, but we certainly can't keep Tudor. Can only think that they are struggling to get someone they want, but I've zero trust in Enoch. What a holy mess we're in. And I'm totally with you, Jimmy. totally with you on from we can't keep Tudor. They're struggling to get someone, agreed, yeah. Struggling to get someone they want, but you've zero trust. And I'm with that, Jim. Absolutely, I am with that. Yeah. We are no longer a football club, mate. Unfortunately, EPEC, down from Joey. Mario says it's amazing all these sort of ex-players, managers willing to come in and help. Club is just ignoring them by the looks of it. They just don't give a crap, do they? It's like they want us to go down. Oh, I'm getting... Mario, I've spoke about this a couple of times. Ellie was on last night, and I asked Ellie and Mark and everyone the question, and Joey, last night, is it like we're being sabotaged? Do they give a toss? You know, are we going to be playing football in that stadium in 10, 15 years' time? Because I don't think they want it there. I think they've used the football club to get what they want, right? Which is was the old stadium. They knew what they was going to do. Permission in, new stadium, Yeah, the football will be in here, but there'll be much more other stuff that's more important than the football. That's what it looks like, isn't it? Let's be honest, that's what it looks like. Yeah. And unfortunately, if it carries on down this road, if we go into the Championship and we get stuck in there, yeah, we'll end up out of that stadium. We won't be there. We won't be there. We'll end up playing football somewhere else in Tottenham or wherever. Dilution of Tottenham, as I call it. Stoke in Spurs is in. Good morning to you, sir. Morning all. Have you heard Harry on TalkSport this morning? Yeah, says he wants a job. He said Levy phoned in last week saying if he was still there, Harry would now be manager. There you go. And at the end of the day, we keep saying it, they haven't got a Scooby. Lange, Vinay, the Gooner imposter. Shaking Stevens could see how bad this squad is and he's blind. There you go. Can't make it next week, Nige. He's with his youngest, but he will be there before the end of the season. And I know you will, Nige. I know you will, mate. Absolutely, Colin. So you're going to go and buy players, you know, even if you say 2, 3, 4 players, whatever, at a Championship level, you've got them on, I don't know, 3 or 4 year contracts because they're not going to sign a 1 or 2 year deal. Yeah. And if you do go up, they're probably not good for the Premier League, but they're still on contracts. And then all of a sudden, again, you are back to what you could classify as deadwood. Because they're not good for the Premier League. No one's bought them. They're in your squad on 3 and 4 year contracts. So it's almost like it will be a catch-22. What a mess, mate, this club. Honestly, what an absolute mess they've got themselves in. Honestly, it's madness. Adam says, Dyche will be in for the Forest game. Let's see. Where am I at? There you go. If Dyche gets the gig, he will be with us in the Championship. More than likely. Yeah, I'm going to both, mate. I'm going to both. I feel like I've got to do the protest outside. I feel like I've got to protest inside. And also at the same time, I just want to, you know, again, whether you think they're good enough, whether you think they don't, I'm after Enoch now. I'm after Enoch. I've been after Enoch all the time. But when you look at the situation that we're in now, with whatever it is, 7, 8 games to go, whatever it is, right? They can't even put the right manager in place that gives us hope. You know, again, it might not work, but at least give us a bit of hope. Do you know what I mean? Morning to Ange. Hope you're well, mate. They want a dilution of football club. We, the club, and the supporters have been royally levied, as per Danny Boy. Yeah, it is what it is, Dominic, at the end of the day. And it's not about saying it for... I know I'll put it out there, but it's not about that, being first. You know, everyone has to be first at something and put something out there. It's just truly, Dominic, what I believe. It is truly what I believe. I just think they're trying to get rid of football from the stadium, and maybe it'll take a while. I don't know. Again, how downtrodden the fans have to be. It's like we've been beaten with a stick. Yeah, the stick's broke. Oh, fuck it, I'll go and get another one. Let's carry on. Do you know what I mean? How much do we have to take before we snap? And this is why I can't understand why people... I understand some people can't get there for whatever reason. You can't get to it. You know, you live miles away. You can't afford it. I get all that part of it. I get it. Right? But I know that there's fans out there that are disgusted with Enoch, that can afford to get there. Yeah, that might not be going to the game. And you think to yourself, what, all that way for an hour? Mate, I did it. And I'm sure if I can do it, with my health problems, that there's other people that can get there. And all I will say is, if it's not thousands at Forest, don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah, stewards, that was the work I was looking for earlier, Leslie. Sorry, mine went blank. But don't give up. If only 400 or 500 are there, don't give up. The next one will be bigger. The momentum will gather. And it will gather. The word will keep. We're going to listen every day. Every day I come on, I'm going to be telling everyone. Hopefully, there'll be new people in the chat. Yeah. And we'll just get the message out that way. It's not just me. All the YouTubers that want Enoch out. It's important. And we have to keep getting that message out there. Keep banging the drum. Yeah. Like I've said, the message has to be from now on. It's not about the manager. It's not about the players. It's about Enoch. And only us can do it. We, you know, even if it's like a gentle nudge on the back of the neck. Do you know what I mean? Just to let them know. Just to let them know. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. And they need to be told. They need to be told. All of them out, Adam. All of them out. Yep, it was stewards, Leslie. That was the word. Yep, he'll get a statue outside the Emirates. Oh, man. Yeah, this is interesting as well, this slipping over business at the ground at Atletico the other night. Real Madrid also use a retractable pitch for NFL games and also has a lot of ACL injuries. They could get cumulative damage from it, which is why teams don't get hurt as much as the home players. Away teams don't get hurt as much as the home players. Interesting. Interesting, very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. And this is all what we're talking about, you know, again. You know, we have retractable pitches. Surely that the club and when you're going away to teams like Atletico last night, you know, you're not telling me Spurs haven't taken into consideration, because I saw a thing this morning, the Barcelona game the other night when Atletico beat Barca 4-0. Barcelona couldn't stand up. Like, if anything, they was worse than us at falling over. It's very strange, very, very strange. But all that sort of thing should be looked at before. It should all be looked at before. It's the same as what I said the other day. They've gone out, trained on it for half hour, but, you know, had the warm-up before the game, and then they've put the sprinklers on. But has anyone gone in and told them, boys, you know, they've put the sprinklers on out there, it could be a bit juicy on the top. Don't look like it, does it? Don't look like it. And then someone put in the comments earlier, they've gone off at half time. Did they change their boots? Did anyone say anything? Did anyone have a boot change in the game? Did anyone come off on the sideline and change their boots? Utter shit show. Utter shit show. And my way of looking at it is, and it could be a bit of a cynical way of looking at it, but the players, you know, won the Europa last year to get into this competition. Right? We've managed to get through the league section, finishing 4th. The first decent team we come up against, they got a wank pitch that we're falling over on. Madness. We'll see, Joe, won't we? We'll see. I doubt it very much, mate. Morning to Jess. Hope you're well, Jess. Hope you're well. Lovely to see you. Jess, I get over to Jess. Channel's growing over there, big style. Give her a sub. Give her a like. They're on. You lot think I'm on a lot, right? Jess and her gang, they're at it permanently. Every day, you know, watch-alongs, whatever, quizzes, everything. Fantastic channel. They're putting the work in over there. Get over and support them and give them a sub over there. Big up to you, Jess and the gang. Kate says there's big unrest in Spurs changing room with Tudor. They are not going to play for him, so get him out. This board needs to listen to the pundits. If they knew anything about football, Kate, they'd be dealing with it before it even got to this stage. Do you know what I mean? But they don't. You know, we can all see it. We don't know exactly what's being said in there, but it's quite obvious, you know, when what happened to Kinski, the players walk off at the end of the game. There's no, you know, shake, tap, nothing. So there's obviously no connection there. And if there's no connection there, whatever he's saying in the changing room is going in there and out of there. And then he don't help himself by, in you know, whether you thought it was a big game or that it was a Champions League last 16 game or whatever it was, last 30, whatever it is. And you leave Gallagher, Paulinia and Simmons, who is your only creative, you know, player on the bench. And then you're putting 2 youngsters in the set. Well, Papasar's got experience. You know, he's been about a bit, but he's still only a youngster. And then you're putting Archie Gray next to him and expecting us to take on Atletico Madrid. And they've got wiped out. They've just got, and it don't do their confidence any good. It don't do them any good because you're chucking them into that situation. What person in their right mind chucks Gray and Sarr in against Atletico Madrid? And I know people are going to come and say, oh, he's saving the others for Liverpool at the weekend. If the squad was built properly in the first place, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about Gallagher being left out, about Paulinia being left out, about your only creative player, whether he's doing it or not, being left out. Questions have to be asked now. Igor, four different setups in 4 games. My head's just going, boom. You know, you can say to him, well, you know, he's trying to find the right blend. I'm sure he's watched this before, and if he ain't, but he probably, there again, maybe he hasn't watched us before. And like I say, he's just been dropped into this big, never-ending, no floor in the bottom. There you go, Igor, bing, and he didn't know what was going on at Tottenham. It's not just about on the field. You know, there's other shit going on at the end of the day between players and board and whatever else. A lot of the players are not happy for whatever reason, you know, with the board. And I think finally maybe perhaps they've been made promises as well and they've not come to fruition and they've had enough. And that's why they've down tools. Maybe that is the simple explanation. Whether it's good enough, not good enough, whether they should be, whether they shouldn't be. I don't know. David's in. Morning to you, David. I hope you're well. Sack the old medical pricks and recruitment shaggers, the lot of them. Good day, Cobber. There you go. Couldn't me be more boom, 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 just like that from Mr. Shire out there in Oz. Absolutely. There you go, see? There's no messing about on this channel. I'll read them out. Said that for the past 3 years, players are a bunch of overpaid soft cocks. There you go. There you go. Morning to you, David, as well. Big up, mate. Big up. Yep. And it has been for a long time, I think, Joe. It has been for, maybe not in every team, for every manager, but it is a massive, massive problem. And it's got to change. It has to change. The manager should be in charge. Yeah. He should have people above him that know what they're doing. And the people above them should know what they are doing, because they don't. Anthony says, yeah, players nowadays have so much control and power, and if they don't like a manager, they down tools. They should get a salary decrease if they're down tools. Anthony, they should be playing for this. Fuck the manager. They're wearing a Tottenham shirt. Don't be mercenaries. Play for the club. Have a bit of bollocks about yourself. Humans in, big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. Big up, Mark. When he do anything, it always feels like it's, oh, that will do. It's always, that will do. Well, I'll tell you what, get out of our club now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kate's in. Lang needs his bloody P45. His lack of recruitment has not helped this team at all. Leslie said, it disgusts me that player power. Sorry, it disgusts me, this player power that makes an already hard job for Tudor or any other interim manager job near impossible. Big up to you, Gorev. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Good stuff. Sorry, I'm just missing if you're talking to each other. Thank you, Kate. Appreciate that. Where are we? 55. Look, there you go. Hit it again anyway. Hit the like, hit the sub. Get us a couple of subs. We're a couple of subs every day. Just gives us a pick-me-up. As I said, we're over 1,000 now. I think we're at about 1,010 odd, something like that. So, yeah, hit the like button for us. Hit that sub button if you haven't. Also, when we're finished, there's a hype button you can hit. Apparently gets us out there a bit more. And also, leave a comment. Leave a comment afterwards. We'll always get back to you. We'll always get back to you. And make sure you've always got your bells on, your notification bells, because, again, sometimes half hour before, Sheriff will get home from work and go, do you want to go live? Yeah, all right then. And we do. So keep your bells on. Absolutely. Say no more. Is that him there? There he is. He's out there doing the potholes, Colin, bless him. In the wind, in the rain. I hope he's got his gloves and his woolly hat on and everything else, mate. I wouldn't want to be out there doing it, I'll tell you that. David's in. Big up to you, David. It's been a member for 5 months. Wow. Cheers, David. Cookie, we need Big Sam Cobber, he says. Big Sam Allardyce, eh? Dicey, Allardyce. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do, David, if they're going to do anything. Let's see. Thanks, David, for being a member. 5 months. Great stuff, mate. Really appreciate that. Lee says, I think Igor has got the job till Liverpool, so we get the bounce after. Maybe. Maybe. And look who's here. The Sheriff's in town. Probably on a little tea break. I hope you got your flask this morning, Sheriff. Keep telling you to take your flask to work. You won't have it. He keeps going in that dodgy coffee place. Can't say the name in case Ben's listening. You know how it is. Make a flask, Sheriff. Big up to you, Sheriff. Hope you're well, mate. Take it easy, fella. Stig says, morning, Cookie. If this board had a plan going forward, Tudor would have been sacked. Rudderless ship. It's a rudderless ship, Stig. It's really seeming that way, isn't it? There's no nothing from anyone. There you go. Good for you, Corey. Good for you, mate. That's it. Get the old paint out and away you go, mate. The old 2 marks therapy will get you through the morning. You put yourself a bacon sarnie on in a minute, and that will be the breakfast brunch, Corey. There you go. Happy days. I think I went past it, but I have spoke to him since, Kate. Sorry. I was probably gassing, and it went up like that, and I've missed it. But I did catch him later, Kate. I did catch him. Dave knows I love him. We go back away, me and Dave. We're all right. Big up to you, Dave. I hope you're well. Thanks, Kate, by the way. I appreciate it. Dominic says, Mark, we need someone inside Haringey Council to block how many events they can put on at the stadium. That would affect Enix's bottom line. Well, Dominic, as it was your idea, I'll let you get on to Haringey Council, and see if you can find an insider. All right? That's out of my remit, as Eagle would say. Fabian's in. Big up to you, Fabian. He says the banter I have to endure at work is legendary. I bet it is, mate. Here we go. Joey says I'm almost ready with today's tip. Well, I'm half an hour behind, so I'm gonna flick through to the people that I haven't because I've been yapping again. Dash is in. Big up to Dash. We need a new manager if we want to improve our situation, because that's the only thing in our hands at the moment. This team cannot take more losses. I agree. Dash, I hope you're well, mate. Finn says, morning, Cookie, winding down in all North London too. I was walking past the stadium and a pair of goalkeeping gloves flew past me. They looked like they had hardly been used. They was probably Kinski's from the other night, mate. He was only on 15 minutes, wasn't he? Sorry, was that a bad joke? Sorry. Let's have a look. Steve's in. Morning to Steve. Good morning, Cookie. Sorry I'm late this morning. Had some errands to run. Looks like Dyche could be coming if they sack Tudor. Big up to you, Steve. And Leslie's in again. Coventry in a top flight when we last went down. Looks like they could be taking our place in the Premier League next season. Doing very well, aren't they, Coventry? But then again, I think, was it last season they done well and just fell away at the end? They was doing well. I know my boy likes Coventry. He keeps an eye on it and he thinks they play some decent football. But we'll see. Morning to you, Stu, and morning sunshine to you as well. I hope you're well. Kate says she's with me. She don't want to go down. Stu says we'll give away teams a huge allocation next season. Yeah, playing at home will be a neutral venue. And this is the problem, isn't it, Stu? You know, you start getting 40,000 and 35,000 attendances. Yeah, like that they are going to live. You're going to end up with, I don't know, at times maybe, what is it now? 9,000 or something they can have, isn't it? Is it 9,000? Something like that. I'm sure there's some of the bigger teams down in the Championship that will be coming for a big away day. A big away day. Be their cup final every year coming to Spurs, won't it? And they'll make it difficult. They will. That's what they do. Shem's in. Morning to Shem. Hope you're well, mate. Morning, gentlemen. Hope you're both well today. Yep, I heard a stat today in Tudor's 4 losses. We have led for a whooping 5 minutes. Does the board actually look at these things? Probably not, mate. The missus is in. Say morning, Lise.
Morning, everyone.
There you go. Cup of tea. Thanks, Lise. Tar, darling. Cup of coffee, actually. Wow. Probably not, Shem, if that answers your question. Look, there's so many people not doing their job properly, mate, and that's how it seems at the moment. They're probably doing their job properly as far as the money coming into their club's concerned, but don't give a toss about the football. Oh, bless Colin. Colin says, happy heavenly 112th birthday to my dear old dad today. In 1930, he could have signed for Bolton, but my gran would not let him go because he had to work down the pit for money for the family at 15. There you go, Colin. Our times are different now, mate, aren't they? Times are different now. Bless up to you, old dad, mate. Jula says, the players are just fed up as we are. They're being asked to sign new contracts based on promises that never got kept. This feels like their way of making a stand and showing that they're tired of this. And Corey says we're only Tottenham in name now. Absolutely agree, Leslie. Absolutely agree. At least we had players that would fight for the cause, mate, and not just give up on a whim. You know what I mean? It's Danny says, people, please do not forget what Levy is like. This is what he does. He knows how to get the fans on board every single time. Oh, really? When we are in this mess because of him now, he wants Redknapp. There you go. Anthony's in. Big up to you, Anthony. Big up, Mark. Coming, you Gunners. I don't know why all of your fans are unhappy, because if you remember, when they come in, they did say they're not here to win trophies. Big up to you, Anthony. Danny says Levy's a fraud and he's a master manipulator, and we fought for it every single time, even after he has gone. Yeah, ghosted. That's true, actually, isn't it? When you think about it, that's probably the likely. You couldn't write this bollocks if you tried. Sean Dyche takes us down and brings us back up. There you go. Yeah, and this is what it's come to, Ghosted. We're sitting here talking about relegation, right? Managers that you wouldn't even dream of coming into Tottenham, right? These idiots up here, all they're worried about is a shilling in their pocket. The two dickheads below them can't make a decision between them. And when they make one, the board say, no, we'll make that decision. You know, half of them are stealing a living. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Dom says, Mark, I won't set foot in that stadium until and unless we get new owners, not a penny more to them at Enoch. Well, all I will say is I think they'll have had out of me in 25 years about 120 quid. Maybe. Something like that. Might be a little bit more for the price of 2 tickets to 2 games. And the reason I went to the first game was because I had to go to the stadium because I didn't know if I'd go again. Right. And the reason for going this time is that I have to shout Enoch out in that stadium. I have to. It's just me. I have to go in there, do my bit, get behind the team for the game. Yeah, because obviously we want them to get a result. And Enoch out. That's why I'm going in there. So they've got to go. They've got to go. One way or the other, they've got to go. Might have to miss a few here. Let me just go down. Paul's in. Big up to Paul. Morning, Mark. I think you might be onto something there with it being deliberate. It's the only rational explanation as to what is going on at the club. I can't believe they can be so bad on the pitch, Paul. Paul, I really can't. Not, you know, like I said before, you stand them all up individually, or the majority of them, and you go, yep, decent, good player, decent, good player, very good player. You know, you put them in a team, they can't do anything, mate. They can't pass the ball. So I don't know, mate. I don't know. Is it out there a little bit? It could be that it's out there a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I can't, in a way, I can't believe professional footballers could do this deliberately. But then again, we've put up with 25 years of Enoch. Some of these players in here have put up with 3, 4, 5 years of Enoch. Perhaps they have been made promises. Perhaps they have, I don't know, tried to get the players on board with it as much as they try and get us on board with it as far as the lies that they tell is concerned. So perhaps they've told them a load of porkies now, and the players are actually seeing it, or some of them are seeing it, and perhaps some of them are down tools. Morning to Simon. Hope you're well, fella. Hope you're well. Sorry if I miss any up. Ghosted. Big up to you. Morning to Vindaloo. Morning to Mr. Taylor, Mark Army. Hope you're well, Mark. Try and get all the names in if I can. Mario says, you're seeing these players down tools so much, no matter what you think. If we've seen them play better in the past or not, you just can't see them going up so many gears from where they are now. It's done. And I'm inclined to agree with you, Mario, to a point. I'm inclined to agree with you. I just don't think they're interested, mate, anymore. Hello, Lee. Hope you're well, Lee. Hope you're well, mate. You have a good day. Yeah, MK Dave's in. Redknapp saying, come and get me. Yeah, always leave comments after the show. We'll always get back to you throughout the day. Agreed with that, Peamsy. Agree with that. Playing for the badge only comes with things like culture, belief, togetherness. Agreed. Takes time and you don't have any of it. Agree, mate? I know. I'm just looking for anything, Pemsy. I'm looking for anything, mate. I've got to be honest with you. I'm just looking for the slightest little bit of encouragement from somewhere. I have pretty much give up on them, mate. I won't say I haven't. I've watched some absolute bollocks these past few weeks. Right, and when I say about playing for the Bay, I do agree with you. I get you, because football's changed from back in the day. I get it. I do get it. I just find it difficult that watching them, that when players hide and they're not getting stuck in and they pull out of tackles and, a ball goes over the top, can't be asked to chase that, whether you're a lone player or not. And it's not good enough. It's not good enough, Pemsy, I'm afraid. It's just not, and I don't think, I say that as a Spurs fan, but also every fans from all other teams out there, if your team was playing and putting the effort in that our players are doing, and again, not all, but most, I'm sure those fans wouldn't be happy either. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like enough of our fans are not unhappy enough to go to the protests. Lee says Romero for manager. Yeah, I'll get out of it. No, never, Lee. He's gone anyway, Lee. Marianne says players are a disgrace. Go out there and play for the badge. Show some effort. I was looking for new players. I was look at these players' attitude and think, no thanks, not to be trusted. Arian Defoe giving the green light to Spurs. Come and get us. There you go. Sporting says, I still believe you need somebody who knows Tottenham in Cookie. You have tried the Iron Fist with Tudor. Kind manager in Frank. There's not many manager profiles left. I agree with you, mate. Just go down the Tottenham route now. It's the only way you can. I think it's the only thing that's left to try. I don't know what else. I don't know what else they're going to do. Sorry, Joey, again for mentioning it. Just popped in to smash the thumbs up. I'll always give a like, if only because the sheriff keeps fixing the potholes in Dorset. Big up to you, Rob. Big up to you, mate. I know Joey's busy here because he's not putting much in the chat, and I know he's looking for one here, Joey. I know he is. Leslie says it will be like a day out at Wembley for away fans next year if we're in the Championship. Agreed. Right, Joey says, here we go. Keep smashing that like button, people. Keep hitting it if you haven't. Hit the sub button, please, if you don't mind. Let's get this channel growing. Here we go. So Joey says there's 2 today. He don't just want to give you 1 tip. He wants to give you 2. So here we go. 440 race. I take it. Say Different, it's called, in the 440. Each way. And in the 120, Carrick-Moore Spruce. Each way. There you go. So they're the 2. Say Different, each way. Could be a French horse, that. Who knows? Which is this one. For anyone who wants to have their little pound, 50p each way. And don't forget, Joey's doing this for a bit of fun, right? And also, if he does have a couple of winners, you get a few quid in your pocket. Don't go mad. Have your pound, whatever. Don't bet anything that you can't afford. That's all I will say. But big up to you, Joey. So we've got Say Different, each way 440 race. And in the 120, Carrick-Moore Spruce. Each way as well. Both each way, not to win. 120 and the 440. Big up to you, Joey. Big up to you, mate. Absolutely, it is ghosted. It is madness. The only way you can use, isn't it? Morning, Cookie. Yes, Levy had to beg Harry last time to save his skin. Then he took the team into the Champions League and was treated like shat, unfortunately. Joey's come back and he said, if you only want to back one, I suggest the first one is more likely. So Say Different would be his first choice if you only want to back one. And Carrick-Moore Spruce would be his second choice in the 120. But you want to have a little pound on both of them, then go for it. Big up to you, Joe. We'll have a look, fella. We'll have a little play. We'll have a little dabble. And we'll see how we go. And before we know it, you know, Mr. Barton, no doubt, will be on in the Sun or the Mirror or the whatever, giving his racing tips. You'll see it in there. Big up, Joe. And to remind you all as well, just to let you know, Joey had a big winner yesterday. He did give it out. 11-1. And Joey's had a bullseye on for 550. Big up to you, Joey. Cookie had a tenner each way on for just over a $1. Happy days. We'll have some of that. Big up to you, Joe. He knows I am a beer. We'll have some of that. And let's see if anyone else has a little play today. Be interesting, won't it? It's a bit of something different. Why not? I'm sure we're not all going to go and have £1,000 on Joey's horses. Just take it nice and easy. Who knows what prices are going to be? You might have picked 20 to 1ers out. Who knows? You have your little pound out for a score. So £20 you didn't have, innit? There you go. Kate's in. She says, Mark, I'm heartbroken what this club has become. Don't sleep properly at the Mo. Got up at 4 a.m. and thought of me. Big up to you, Kate. Love it. Love it that you're so honest. I love it that you're so honest. But I did sleep well last night, Kate. Yeah, I did. And I've got to tell you, you're not the only one, Kate, that Tottenham Hotspur Football Club sends their head spinning. Trust me. You know, listen, it is what it is, Kate. It is what it is. And I think I was just so tired, Kate, to be honest. And I just happened to sleep all right last night. But normally I don't have a problem. But the last year or so, maybe I don't sleep anywhere like I used to. But it is what it is. Pemsy says, totally agree. The ownership don't want the football. Plenty of money to be made elsewhere without the nuisance fans. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Phil's in. Big up to you, Phil. Big up to Cookmaster, the original, and always the fantastic Kate Ritson. Absolutely. Kate's in every day. Big up to you, Kate. Big up to you, Phil. Pemsy says, lots of fans won't protest because, one, they're happy with a day out. Yep, agreed. Too many day out fans, and they live in the past. Yep. And I think that's half the problem with Spurs now. A lot of the fans that come up are for days out. They are for days out, unfortunately, and it is what it is. Right, I'm going to whiz down a bit. Yeah, back to football. Fucking Nick. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Phil said, anything for the world hurdle, Joey Barton. Might be a betting channel. I've got to tell you this morning, right, I got up and the old ITV racing thing was on. And there's lots of different channels that do it, racing TV do it and whatever. Anyway, I like the ITV one because I like that Matt, what's his name? You know, the bloke with a quiff at the front. Can't remember his surname. But I was watching this morning on there and they're interviewing like big people. You know what I mean? The horses are out this morning for their wander about on the course and stretching out and all that sort of stuff. And I just find it a really good therapeutic show to watch. Not because I'm trying to get an horse from them that I can go and back, but it's just very calm and you know what I mean? And I don't like horse racing as much. I'm a greyhound man. I've owned greyhounds for 30 years, if not longer. So and race greyhounds. So I'm not much of an horse. Not much of an horse. I have a little bet now and again on an horse, but not very often. I like the greyhounds. So yeah, it is what it is. But very interesting watching that this morning. And yeah. Cheers for the tips, Joe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see who gets involved. I'm sure if anyone has their little squiddly diddly on this morning that on one of Joey's bets or both of them, that they'll let us know that they've had a little bet when we're next on. So big up to you, Joe. And big up to Phil. Carl's in. Morning, Carl. Morning, Martin Chapman. My formula for picking horses just to go for the jockey and trainer with the Irish sounding names, like a Mullins. There you go, like a Gordon Elliott. There you go. Usually does me good. Why not? He's already had 5 winners. Only 2 days gone. Willie Mullins had 5 winners already. There you go. Wishing Archie great. Happy 20th birthday. Happy birthday, Archie. Big up to you, mate. Have a great day. I'm back, he says, Sheriff. Big up, Joey. I've done the 441 each way. There you go. There's one in. Sheriff's in. Light's in. Big up to you, Light. Majority of the fans were happy Spurs got rid of Ange, got him Frank, bought in 4 first-team players. He had a good start but went downhill. You guys just need a good manager and it will be fine. And the players to pick their feet up off the floor, Light. That's what we need. And hit that sub button, like, if you haven't. Oh, Dominic says, I disagree with Pemsy. The fans who live in the past like me, we demand more and will complain. It's the tourist and day tripper that don't care. Fair play. Fair play. Look, like I say, it's just a difference of opinion. You two crack on with it. You're all right. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, I watched that yesterday, Rob. Didn't it win well? Didn't it win well? Kept pulling, didn't it? Kept pulling. Led from the gate. And they couldn't get to it, could they? And fair play to them. Fair play to them. Little sneaky. There you go. Rob, 24 notes. Better off. Big up to you, Rob. Good for you, mate. I did watch that race. That was a grey, wasn't it, Kitzbühel? Yeah, I watched that yesterday. Very good. It's all right, Ellie. You're all good, sweet. You're all good. There you go. Thank you very much, Ellie. We really appreciate it. As always, we really do appreciate it. Boom. Well, as you say that, Ellie, it is now 11 o'clock. I'll put myself for an hour and a half today, and we're about there. And I have got to the bottom of the chat. So that's probably a good note to end the show on, really, because it don't normally happen that way, Ellie. But as usual, big up to everyone for being in. We've had listen, even if there's no football on, we'll always have a chat. We'll always be on every morning. Yeah, get shit out your system. Yeah, that's bothering you, and go and have a great day, innit? That's how it is at the end of the day. So we just keep going. Keep your bells on, just in case we do pop on. If not, we will be back tomorrow for the breakfast brunch. Have a great day, everyone. Keep subbing. Keep liking. Keep being Spurs fans, because we need it. We need all of us. Yeah? Get to the protests if you can. On that note, I will say, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being in. As always, really appreciate all of you. And as Joey says, come on, you Spurs. See you all soon. Cookie and the shell.